90% of the social media filming of pool installations is incorrect.
Right.
You deal with some of these TV shows on Discovery Channel, and whoever's putting in a pool, and it's the worst construction you've ever seen.
We're not putting in these giant backyard pools that people can afford and making them quality.
There's no quality.
Right.
From a residential pool to commercial, the integrity of the worker and the knowledge of the worker is just what the guy in front of you did before you picked up that hose. You have to understand how it was built and how it was constructed and what you need to do to renovate it and get a quality product like Paddock on there, or rip the whole pool out.
Here at the Dominican Republic.
Bill, you've been a long-time Paddock guy, but we'll get into that a little bit. But tell me a little bit about you and about Drakeley Pools and what you guys are up to.
Thanks for having us down here. We appreciate Paddock and you, Mark, and Donnie and everybody. I am a third-generation pool builder. My daughters are fourth generation. My grandfather started a pool called Scott Paddock Pools in 1957.
Wow.
So we are 4 generations of this. My upbringing was that we played a lot of sports. My dad was a coach, and when we didn't have babysitters, we went with the crews. Go get in the truck and go with a crew. Try not to screw anything up. So we learned a long time ago steel, plumbing, rebar, dry mix, shot, wet mix, all that stuff. So I kind of grew up with it. Yeah, we started Drakeley Pools in 2000, and we are a high-end residential pool builder. I'm co-owner of Watershape University, which is a pool educational venue for the entire country. We teach a pool builder how to service, renovate, construct, steel, hydraulic, soil science, geotech analysis, concrete, all that stuff. I do consulting, I do expert witness testimony all over the country when it comes to sprayed concrete technology, not only for the pool industry, but for the infrastructure. We do subway shotcrete, we do dam shotcrete, we do analysis, we train. I'm in New York City on the new subway systems, training the unions how to spray inverted concrete. So we are, like I said before, we are concrete technologists, and we do a swimming pool, which is an upside-down subway system.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, in our meeting on Wednesday, you got up and talked about some new codes or things coming with the within the concrete business, and I'll tell you, 100% of it was over my head because I don't have to dive that deep into to building a commercial pool. But I mean, obviously, you got a lot of knowledge in that area. So,
well, it's an untapped science, and if you're a trouble-headed meathead like me through school, you want to get a niche that really nobody has bothered to look into. And then I was kind of not forced into it, but I'm like, look, you either do this or end up in jail somewhere. Your guidance counselor didn't push you to Harvard or Yale.
There you go.
He said, Bill, you're going to be the security guard or you'll be one of the people he's guarding.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? I can figure something out. So concrete's the way to go, and a lot of people don't understand it. And we teach it and we understand it pretty well, and we apply it to our product. And then the last part of our product is, we get into commercial swimming pools. And the swimming pool industry has brought me a lot of places. We do wine cave shotcrete. I'm part owner of a vineyard out in San Luis Obispo, California.
Oh, no. Okay, this is news to me. We're now best friends. Okay.
We are owner of the winemaking process and land in Los Osos, California. So
wow.
If you ever want to come out and taste some 95-point wine.
I do.
Devlet wine. Hear that, everybody? Devlet, D-E-O-V-L-E-T.
There you go.
Little plug.
Okay, Bill, what's your favorite Paddock product if you have one?
The horizontal stainless steel sand filter. It is a tried and true filter for new pools, for renovation, and it's, wood linkage, 4 valves and linkage. My guys understand it. We slap it in there and it's stainless steel, so it's going to last forever. So that is our favorite kind of meat and potatoes product.
So you've been working with Paddock for a long time. Is there a Paddock project that stands out to you? Something you really is your favorite?
I don't think I have a favorite. I think I have a favorite scenario.
Okay.
The Waterbury pools that we just did with Paddock, Hamilton Park, Fulton Park, Washington Park, and the most recent project we did at Southbury, Connecticut, Ballantyne Park. Those were original. My grandfather built those original pools in the late 50s and 60s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
IFRS carbon steel gutters, old pools that we tore out and we put in updated pools, beach entry, new R-style gutters, and we put in, on the Waterbury pools, we put in stainless steel vacuum sand, and on the Southbury pool, we put in a stainless steel filter. The reason I say they're my favorite scenario is the concrete came from the same manufacturer, it's the same family, and it's the same Paddock family that put the original pools in. It went from 1960 to 2025.
And if I remember correctly, in our meeting the other day, you told me the concrete on the shells on those pools were fine.
The shells, the floors and halfway up the walls of concrete was still strong. It was where everything started to deteriorate from the frost line. But my point is, that type of lineage to quality.
Sure.
And people say, oh, wow, your grandfather built this pool and it lasted this long. Well, we want you and your family to continue this for the next 60 years.
Yeah.
And as I said in the meeting, you know, the pool industry, the new code, the ACI 322, it's a generational, we're supposed to be sitting on a generational product.
Right.
This pool is supposed to last, if it's done correct in the sprayed process, 50 to 100 years.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we want a Drakeley pool put in with Paddock stainless steel equipment for 50 to 100 years. And that's, you know, we're not, like I said before, I'm not a commercial pool builder, but I do commercial venues because they want this.
Right. Yep. No. And I always laugh when we have to bid a replacement gutter because someone wants to replace it and they want to go back to stainless steel, but somehow I have to bid against a competitor when that thing has been there for 50 years and they're questioning whether they should go to somebody else.
Absolutely.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's a hard sell. And I tell people all the time, say, well, they call me in for a renovation. Well, we shouldn't be renovating a pool if it's less than 50 years. And if you're calling me in, it's like this pool we did in Stamford, Connecticut. It was 1949. Cast in place pool, 100 feet long on the ocean on wood piles. They said, well, should we rip it out? I said, well, is there a crack in the pool? Not really. Leave it alone.
Yeah. We'll just update it.
Yeah.
Okay. Biggest challenge in the industry right now?
Well, I mean, a couple of things. Getting people to get the decision right. You know, we're going to be more expensive, but we're going to do the right type of pool with the right type of equipment with Paddock and give longevity. And the other thing is, so you got to get people to buy into that, which we do that pretty well based off of the lineage and how long we've been in business together with Paddock. The other is, after COVID, people put in bad pools. The quality of the pool from the COVID rush and then continued with lack of education and lack of understanding. The old generation's dying off. The new kids coming in. I consider myself, so my grandfather started our company originally in the '59. I'm third generation. My son and daughter are fourth. We're losing the history of a quality construction product.
Sure.
Social media and just putting this stuff out there. I mean, I was just having a conversation with another builder. 90% of the social media filming of pool installations is incorrect.
Right.
You know, you deal with some of these TV shows on Discovery Channel and whoever's putting in a pool, and it's the worst construction you've ever seen.
We're not putting in these giant backyard pools that people can afford and making them quality.
There's no quality.
Right.
From a residential pool to commercial, the integrity of the worker and the knowledge of the worker is just what the guy in front of you did before you picked up that hose. You have to understand how it was built and how it was constructed and what you need to do to renovate it and get a quality product like Paddock on there, or rip the whole pool out. So the trend is there's no knowledge in the industry.
Right.
It's all died off commercially, and we have to re-educate the industry to make them want to put one of our products on, or Paddock pools, and build it for the long haul.
Well, and that's what you and both your companies do so well. So that's great.
Yep.